Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So, we are reading Shwetashwatara Upanishad, one of the very fine scripture, Upanishad, and it gives very practical suggestion. This whole world is permeated with consciousness, but we don't see that consciousness because it is there, but still we don't see. And the Upanishad helped us to understand how it is possible. He says that in the wood there is fire. Huh? But you rub it, then you get the fire. It does not come from outside. So the whole world is like that. It is permeated with that consciousness. But you have to rub. How to rub? Make body the lower piece of wood, an upper part of the another wood you have to rub. What is the upper wood, piece of wood? That upper piece of wood is the mantra. The mantra you got, or Om, what you chant. If you do this too, then the fire, which is invisible, comes out. You can see that fire. That type of example is very readily understandable. That we don't see does not mean it is not there. But under some process, if we go through, then we will be able to understand that that presence can be felt, experienced, and you can burn. You can burn, you can cook with that fire. It is not a story. Similarly, the God exists everywhere. That existence is not a story. It can be experienced. In practical life, it can be seen. So that is the emphasis of that. And lastly, we read the verse number 7. And it says that if we attain that truth, so with UJ, it is 5, 6, 7. Savitra prasavena jusheto brahmapurvam tatro yoning krinavase nahite purtam akshipat. But it says that attaining which we can destroy our source. Source means our ignorance, the phenomenal universe, no, in which we live and we work and find that pain and suffering and joys, all these dualities, mind. So, attaining which you can destroy the source, or also you can take that word in a way that mind. This mind is the cause of showing the diversity. If that mind can be just get out of that mind, then what will happen? You are no more troubled by the results of the past actions. All the past actions are keeping us here. We are in this life. Why? Because of the in past life we have done something good or bad and whatever. In total, it's called the resultant of those actions give birth to this body. No? So your all past actions, how? None you that whom attaining that reality is Brahman, that reality is the Satchidananda. You destroy the source. Source means jnana, ignorance, or source may be the mind. Swami Vivekananda said, mind is called Maya. What is Maya? That is the very, when I read it, it didn't appeal to me. Maya is mind. But look at that, really, Maya, mind is Maya. Because mind is creating our whole wrong conception, right conception, or fight, love, emotion, anger, frustration, everything happening in mind. How I perceive the situation, how I perceive a person. No, everything is directed by our mind, and mind is Pure mind works in a way. Holy Mother's mind, that's also mind. Ramakrishna saw the world through a mind. We are also seeing the world through a mind. Holy people realize, so see the world. It is all full of God and God. No? Evil people see it is full of evil. The thief sees the whole world as thief. The burglar thinks all are burglars. So as one projects, one mind projects. See, the mind is destroyed, then what will happen? Truth will remain. That is the verse 7 we read the other day. That attaining whom, that Brahman, you can destroy the source, means ignorance or Maya. You cannot destroy Maya. Maya is a cosmic affair, it is God's. You can realize God, but we may remain ignorant at the same time. No. One person gets illumination does not mean everyone is illuminated. Lord's play goes on. That's the cosmic drama goes on. Another person is in there, another person is there. So the source is ignorance, not Maya, individual ignorance when it is destroyed, and its symbol is mind. When the mind is destroyed, means mind. What is mind? Mind means is vagaries, no? Mind means chitta vritti. It is a ripple in the mind, jumping. This or that, that or that, that or that. A constant vacillation. When that stops, what will happen? The surface of the lake will be perfectly calm. And then Patanjali says, Tada drashtu swarupavasthanam. At that point of time, Swarupa, your old divine nature, will shine forth. There is this moon in the sky, reflection is also in the water. But because of the ripple, you don't see reflection. You see just broken rays of light, splint. But when it is perfectly calm, mind is destroyed. Mind does not run like that. Then those two, Sarupya Upasana, the witness who is meditating, he remains in his own self-consciousness. It illumines in there. So here also, when it is destroyed, you are no more trouble. Then you may be in the body, but your past karma will not trouble you. Why? Because in that mood, don't identify with the mind, body. So body will do is body's action. That's why we are reading the Mahapurush Maharaj's all these reminiscences, where he's saying the body is going through so much trouble, but he's always in cheerfulness. Ramakrishna, body is going through excruciating pain of throat cancer, but he is always cheerful. That is the point. When mind destroyed, then what will happen? The trouble of the past karma's result, which is the prarabdha, which is the leading force now, that will have no effect. It will go on, but he will not be connected with it, disconnected. To that, so in the past actions will go to that ancient Brahman, be you now devoted to your prime cause. Prime cause means this your, that means you to absolute is beyond thought and speech. The devotion, moreover, requires the duality of the Bhakta and Bhagavan. We have therefore to approach the unity of Absolute to some perfect form conceived by the intellect. Therefore, the best possible form of devotion is that towards the immanent soul conceived as the first cause. So, the inside Jivatman, the Atman, which is consciousness, you focus there. Turn your mind into inner power. What is meaning? That your attention to the outside, turn it backward in your heart. And when mind will be perfectly clean, you will see that light, effulgent light within yourself. That means with all the karmas, which is good or bad, all the even karma, not only spiritual karma, but all the household work, even day to day cooking and other work, or charitable work, like in early days they used to prepare digging well for drinking water, or used to build roads and for the easy access of places. So even one is engaged in that, and all this karma, this only it is to purify the mind. So, and if you can do that, giving it to God, then you will be succeeded in reaching your destination. What does it mean? That if we pray to God and we get His, to why to pray to God? To get His compassionate compassionate feeling that He blessing us and protects us, no? And then first pray. There's three part. One, pray to God to so that He is kind and He blesses us. And by that blessing, so it will be, then you start your practice of meditation on Brahman. That means think that this who is inside me, that is the cosmic consciousness. Think that way. And if you do like that long time, all the effect of the past life's karma, or in this life whatever is done, they will all dissolve. Then you will be liberated from all bondage. That is the verse. It is Gita also suggests what will happen, that if you put some fire uh, in a in a with a dry wood, put a fire, as it just lights up and destroys the stick which you are putting, that individual soul putting into the fire of Brahman, it will all fire. Similarly, your identity, small identity, will be gone, and you will be able to enjoy the bliss of the Satchidananda. Now, today we read 8th verse, verse number 8. 8th verse says, then how to practice? It's very practical that way. Not only giving the high theory, I am Brahman, I am Atman, is mixing it with yoga practice. Actually, what we do normally we talk Vedanta, and now Upanishad also started that discussion. Brahman, the absolute, which is beyond all. Yeah, it is cannot be conceived by mind and this and that, and therefore mind should be purified. This karma is to be done already. Now he's saying, now after doing your karma, that's why karma yoga is very important. Whatever you are doing from morning till night, it is not karma, but it is karma yoga. I'm doing for God, purifying the mind. And that done, then don't finish in karma only. Then start meditation. As you have said, meditating on the inner consciousness, you will feel that I am that gradually, and that truth will be revealed. Now, 8 verses, Tri unnatam sthapyo samam shariram, Tri unnatam sthapyo samam shariram, Hridi indriyani manasa sanniveshya, Hridi indriyani manasa sanniveshya, Brahmo urupena prataritu vidwan, Brahmo urupena prataritu vidwan, Srutangsi sarvani bhayanukani, Srutangsi sarvani bhayanukani. Let me say again, you can join me. Trirunnatang sthapya, Trirunnatang sthapya, Samam Shariram, Indriyani Manasha, Sanniveshya, Brahmo Urupena, Pratarito Vidwan, Srutangsi Sarvani, Bhayanakani. Now, what does it mean? Shriram, this body, meditation, you start meditation. How? But asana, Patanjali said asana. Yamaniyama asana. Asana means sitting. Asana has different meaning. Asana means sitting, posture, and also asana means the cushion. The cushion should be soft, not very gorgeous, but soft so that you can sit over it comfortably. And how to sit in asana? Bodily straight. There's a three unnatam. That is, three means chest, throat, and the head. Samam. Not this, not that. Oh. So chest is straight. That's why it is said, three unnatam. Three means three, unnata means straight, up, straight up. So chest, throat, and head. Samam. Samam means held erect as a straight posture. Sthapyo, placing this body in such a way, most of us don't sit properly. Our meditation posture is not very correct. So we should be very careful about sitting posture, that you sit in a way, not bending, not this way. You can feel, you can move right, round, round. First make them straight, and then you see which position, little right, little left, little front, little back, and find a position where you are most comfortable. You will not feel any body weight, as it were, because then you will be stress-free. So this is the idea is given, and Patanjali also said. Ajay, if we'll go to that. Let me overall translate the meaning of the verse. Then we'll go to details. So three things making straight. That means chest, neck, and head in the straight line, and also body, shariram, the body should be made straight. Indriyani manasha sannivisha. All the senses are going round. Eyes are going to see seeing, ears are running to hear sound, tongue is running for taste, nose is running for the fragrance, body, skin is for the softness, hardness, heat, cold, etc. All these things, indriyani, all these senses, manasha sannivesha, we draw it into the mind. Because my mind, with the help of mind, its senses are going out and they're bringing information, and mind is getting agitated. Now turn it opposite way. By manasha, by help of mind, how? Close your senses. That means the senses which are bringing outward information, they bring it back to mind. That's why people put earplug, put some covering of the eyes. I won't see or close the eyes. So to be not allowing the mind, senses to go in its favorite object and bring it back to mind. Then mind will create so many things inside. Which was outside, he will start creating those things inside. So that will be second step. But first step, indriyani manasha sannivesha. Sannivesha means it is making it enter into hriday, in the heart. How you do? Put the mind in your heart. Heart is considered to be the most spiritual place of experience. No? We all experience happiness, misery, not in the ear, not in the fingertip. What do you feel? In your heart, no? All your emotions and joy and suffering and pain is felt. It is the heart center is the center where you feel this pain or experiences. So manasha, together with the mind, withdraw your mind. That's called pratyahara. Withdrawing the mind and the senses together. Mind is also another sense organ. Mind is the 11th one. We have 5 sense organs of action, hand, feet, etc. They are controlled by mind. Mind says, get a glass of water. your hand will go like that. Mind dictates that, and sense organ what? Karmendriya. Oh, I'll have to go to that room. Instructs, mind instructs, that instruction coming through the mind, boss, the legs move on that direction. So like that, it is mind is the boss of all the 10 organs of senses and organ of perception. But mind is also an organ because he is the head boss. He is a worker, but he works as a position, a managerial position. He took the managerial position of the 10 subordinate staff, eyes, ear, nose, throat, hand, feet, all these things. No? So you catch all of them together and put it in the heart. That means this was this way, turn it this way and focus here. That was Sannivesh, making it enter, Vidwan, knowing one, this will conquer. You can conquer. Sotansi sarvani, bhayanakani. Bhayanak means terrible. What terrible? Sotansi, the currents of the life which brings so much pain and suffering. Not only one, Srotansi, many currents of suffering, pain, and distress, and bereavement, and all this devastated the heart and soul. No? So, what that the terrible, fearful currents of the sufferings can be, you can protorito means can cross. How? Na sarvani, knowing by what? Brahma urupena. What is Brahma urupena? Bhayanakani sannivissuviddan. Brahma urupa. Brahma urupa means like by means of the raft of Brahman. So you just people cross the ocean, how? Or a river, how? Driving the raft, no? In a boat. So this Brahma, that is the Urupa. Think of Brahman in the heart, withdrawing all the sense organs and your mind. That is the overall meaning. Placing the body in a straight posture, holding the chest, throat, and head erect, and drawing the senses and the mind into the heart. How will you withdraw? Knowing the knowing one. By this process, if you can really focus more internally, you should cross over all the fearful currents by means of the raft of Brahman. And raft of Brahman, what is raft of Brahman? It is the Brahma mantra, Tarak Brahma, or the pranava, Om. In ancient time, they used to practice this mantra, Om, 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 chant. But now we can extend it, Yorishta mantra. Withdraw from everything, turn yourself inside in your heart, chamber of the heart. And don't think of the sight and seeing, hearing, this, that, and withdraw the mind. My mind goes away. That's called pratyahara. Patanjali's fifth stage is pratyahara. We also wish meditate. We do not know what is meditation. I'm doing 20 years meditation. We do not know what is called meditation. At best we can go to pratyahara. Mind is running like a race all the time, and you run behind the mind and you put it back. And it befools you every second. You try, you have captured, and you got it, but by that time your mind goes into another thought. So this is a struggle. We do not know what is meditation. We only do pratyahara practice, the fifth stage of the Patanjali's eightfold steps. Yamaniyama asana, pranayama. Pranayama he is not talking about, it is understood, it is not necessary. Thakur Ramakrishna said, pranayama is not necessary, important. You can cry for God, automatically you will get the benefit of pranayama. Simple one. Anyhow, you can do little pranayama, deep breathing in and out, that may help you. But anyhow, it is focused on, then next stage is pratyahara. And that pratyahara has been defined here. take the mind when it goes into the outside and sense objects, withdrawing them to mind and mind together turn it opposite way. Eh? Say the Kathopanishad says, no, Paranchi Khani Vatrinat Swayambhu. Swayambhu, the Lord has created the sense organs, Paranchi, outside. Camera is outside focus. So it is taking all the time, click, 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 all the photos. From morning, how many clicking has happened in my eyebrow? Millions. Whatever you see, it is always click, 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 click. It is no expense, but you get the picture there. Now it is taking so much picture, it never took the picture inside. So it is now run the handle opposite direction. Selfie. Try to take a selfie. Then you will be seen. So long you are seeing the outside world, now you see yourself to turn it back. That is the inspiration here. Let me see. It is said that asana. Asana means the three things as I have just discussed. You have to sit in such a way, simple, straight. That is the most appropriate seat for meditation. Make sitting like this or relaxing pose like a armchair, you lie down. That is not the meditation posture, the relaxing posture. And therefore, if bending forward or bending on the left side or right side. So it is said that what the question of thinking of God, ordinary serious thinking you cannot do like that. When you do some serious thing, you sit straight, isn't it? So attention comes then. It is that means you have to avoid what is called pleasure, laziness, and also the mood of your dozing. These are all tamoguna, tamas quality. You have to avoid them. And if we cannot do that, meditation is the next stage. It is impossible. So that's why Patanjali says two obstacles in meditation or practice. One is called the mind goes to the sleep mode or mind jumps like a monkey. What happens? When in the morning we come, still bed is pulling us. So when we come to sit for meditation, it's called fishing. Do you know fishing? This is the fishing. After some time, head bends like that. That means I am gone to tamas, sleep mode. Or when you come after heavy work of the day, all the bubbling thoughts. What he said, what he did, she did, and he did, and this and that, bum, 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 going on. So these are the two obstacles. One is the tamas taking over, or rajas. And then when sattvika goes, mind becomes calm. So, therefore, in the present state of our sadhana, we should have to pay attention to the asana. Because in the Bhagavad Gita also, Gita says, Samankayo siragrivam dhara and achalam sthira. The practitioner of meditation should keep his head, body, and the shoulder straight and not moving. Main thing, it should be sitting like a stick, not bending any direction. That is the ideal. Patanjali also said that is a sthira sukhama asana. What is asana? You sit in that pose. It may be asana means padmasana. In the Yogasana book is there. Padmasana. Then he says virasana, ardha swastikasana, siddhasana. There are different postures. How you can sit cross-legged, how you can put the leg here, leg there. There are different poses. And these are also can be taken help of. But main thing is that whatever sthira, you should sit in a posture straight and calm. Now the left leg I am pulling out, now the right leg I am pulling out. Now I am sitting like on the hips, my hip on the, কি বলে? Keeping the leg under my hips, no? And there are changing. That means your mind is in a changing thing. Mind has not gone up to that close that the bodily things are not bothering you. So that's why it says that sthira, some people also do japa. How? Huh? Did you see? And it also you can do sometimes. You'll feel good. But that's not good. It is just moving the body in a rhythm. Mantra is going on. Some people do that. Whatever. But that is not advocated by Patanjali, neither by the Upanishad. Rigid, straight, and unmoving. And also don't sit in such a posture where your mind will always go, I will have to sit in the Padmasana, lotus posture. And your leg is hurting. Okay, lady, I am doing Padmasana. Then why are you doing meditation? Your mind is going to the leg. You should think of God. So rather sit in a posture which is comfortable for you. And you can sit for a long time without any such troubles. So these are the asana, because we do practice every day. But we don't pay attention to that. That it should be paid attention to. More important is not the lotus posture or this posture. When that is the posture where you can happily, joyfully sit in a straight mind, erect, attentive mood. Actually, it is attentive mood. Attentive mood, straight neck back line, and not trembling, not moving, yeah, and then focusing the entire mind, then bring it here. Second stage. But this first stage is very important. Most of the people you see, even we sit. I am talking about that. I unconsciously sometimes go to, because that is the body, of course, 82 years old body, you should not compare with you. You are younger, much younger. So you should see straight. Don't see I am dozing, that you should not doze. At old age it happens. No? There was a Swami in our Belun Wat, Kailashananda Maharaj. He retired and came back as a vice president in Belun Wat. And he used to do japa incessantly, going at the temple at 3:30 to quarter to 4, because 4 o'clock the evening, morning, Vesper, Arati, the light wave. And then he will sit there around 8 o'clock. I have seen 8 o'clock, he's sitting in the temple. And the brahmacharis are little like a dadu, a grandfather. So they used to go to his room. And then he was very old that time now, maybe in his 80s. So naturally he sits, occasionally he dozes off. And then the boys are so naughty. They say, Maharaj, acha, is it good to sit for a long time and doze off rather than do less and intense? he understood the point. He said, you rascal, you're telling me you come and sit with me for 4 hours. Sit with me. You doze off. Try that. Because of their past habit they are doing, but bodily old age has happened. But the question is that how sincerely they are holding on to that practice. No, I shall sit for such a length of time. And to sit in the same position. I have seen one Swami, Nitya Sarupananda. He was the founder of the Institute of Culture. He came for the Kali Puja night. Puja starts around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And I not only 1 year, I saw several years. He's sitting in front of Ma Kali in one place, in one posture like this. And morning, he didn't move, just like that. Papa, how much practice they have done. It is a sin to see. So, and the body is straight, like that, as if nothing is going on. And we are 20 times we change my legs and walk around to make myself awake. No, but he is, that is their expert in asana. So it should be, and also asana as is sthira sukhamasana. It should be sthira, steady, and sukha, it should be happy. And Ramakrishna, you see, he's not making padmasana or any other special asana. It's very normal, whatever is simple pose, but it is the straight body is totally free from the other pressure of pain and suffering, etc. And asana, as I said, asana means it may be called the blanket. You cut a piece of blanket, maybe your cushion. As we do, we use these things as our cushion. Huh? Or any sometimes the earlier days they used to use the deer skin as an asana, tiger skin as an asana. But whatever, that's the meaning is that today's context it is not necessary. In early days, people used to meditate in huts and jungles, no. So there was no potential thing to separate the damp coming out from the ground. So skin would protect them because that will not make their legs sore. So so those are called asana. It may be made of kusha grass, most auspicious we use sometimes another. But main thing is that everyone should think that there should be soft where you sit so that it helps your leg and not to hurt your leg or your mind does not go to the pain. That is the major thing. That type of soft and not gorgeous. Rajasic is gorgeous, but very simple and at the same time comfortable. And then Shwetashwatara Upanishad is here asking, Hridi Indriyani Manusha Sannivisya. That means all your sense organs, with the help of your mind, you have to bring back into your core of your heart and control there. And that is called pratyahara. And this pratyahara is the gateway. Actually, this turning the mind outside from outside to focus inside is the gateway to meditation, gateway to samadhi. And Patanjali has described this pratyahara is what? Swa swa vishayo asamprayoge chittasya sarupo anukaraiva indriyanam pratyahara. The sense organs is naturally inclined in going to its objects. Eyes run for the beauty and form. Ears run for the sweet voice and sound. No? So each organ has its own subject. So when all these sense organs will be withdrawn from their sense objects and can be focused into the chitta in the mind and then you focus on the topic, on the object, what you are keeping. For us, we keep God's image, Satchidananda image, and light. One can think of light, one can think of Holy Mother, another think of Makali, whatever. As that is the object. So turn back. Prati means towards, and Aharan means withdrawing. So it is like that. Mind is, they have given a beautiful example. As a queen bee, wherever queen bee goes, what happens? All the bees run. So whenever mind goes where, all the senses run there. So therefore, try to control the mind. Therefore, mind is the controller of all the sense organs and it directs everything. And how to do that? Mind should be controlled by nirodha, one trying to think of one object and analysis. Mind should tell the senses, hey, why are you going there? What will you get there? You have gone 100 times. Now, don't go now. Now stop for 1 hour or half an hour. I'm meditating. Mind should tell the senses, talk to each other. Hey, this is not the time to run for your this to see anything. As we do, we are meditating, and if anyone opens the door, who is coming? Huh? We are attending the class. Who is going there? Huh? Who is going there? As if my eyes are forced to go there. I'm in control, helpless. Because eyes is made for seeing outside. But it will have, no, don't go now, don't see now. To control, control, control. That's called the mastery of the mind. We are the sense organs. So without analysis that you have gone 100 times, 200 times, 5,000 times, still you want to go, talk to him and then come reconcile with him. Turn it here, there is much more greater thing you can think about. If we don't pay attention to these points, to 2 points, that mononirod, that means pacifying the mind and its vagaries, and vichar, analysis. What is the analysis? That this is all mundane. I will not be focusing on that. I have done enough. Now is my time to see my own self. Yeah. So that is to be done every day. Otherwise, what happens? We do meditation and we don't get any result. It is like anchoring the boat and rowing it. Yeah? Anchoring the boat and you are rowing, and the boat does not move. We think we are doing meditation every day, but we have not lifted the anchor. Anchor is the attachment of the sense organs with the sense objects. And mind is also associated with them. So they join in, they have a pact, they have a deal. Mind, I'll be with you. Mind says, I'll be with you. You call me, and then they are made a pact. And that is our samsara. And where to meditate? In the heart. That is the sense, center for all types of experiences. And Brahma Urupa means that is the float. Brahma is float. And then you can row it and it can take you to the other source. So that means pranava. It may be your Omkar, Om mantra, or it may be your Ishta mantra. Shankaracharya have said that Brahma Sabdam Pranavang Varnayati. And because his Vedantic explanation, so when it's Brahma Urupena, we have chanted that verse. When Brahma Urupena means it is like the mantra Om, Sabdam Pranavam, Pranavam Brahma. And if we can do that, then Sutangsi Sarvani Bhayavahani, the terrible cross currents of this worldliness can be destroyed. Okay, another verse I did, right? 9 verse. Pranan prapiddeha, pranan prapiddeha, samyukta cheshtaha, samyukta cheshtaha, kshine prane, kshine prane, nashikayochasita, nashikayochasita, dushtasya yuktam bahamenam bahamenam vidwan mano bharayeta pramatta pranan prapiddeha samyukta cheshta Kshine prane, nasikayochasita, dushtasya yuktam, iva bahamenam, vidwan mano, bharayeta pramatta. So what does it mean? It means pranan prapidya. Pranan means the prana shakti, the 5 vital airs. What are the prana? Prana. This is the prana. Apana, you putting the pressure for excretion, that type of wind pressure, that is called apana. Samana, which balances the forces in the body. Samana, udana, or digestive power. Udana, when burping comes, that's it, udana. Huh? And Bhyana and Samana. What is the Bhyana? I forgot. Anyhow. So these are the propiddo. These all disturb. Hmm. Therefore, the scripture says scripture says samyukta chesta. Your chesta, your effort should be balanced. Eat balanced food. And if we belly full of food we take, we cannot do meditation. So samyukta means here balance. Balance food, balance sleeping, that type balanced life is to be for a vidwan. Vidwan means the person, that student who is trying to practice this yoga. Pranam prapicho. He will take the effort of you control the five pranas by breathing exercise. See, he has not told in the other verse, here he is mentioning the breathing, puraka, infilling, kumbhaka, holding, and exhaling. So that is most of the pranayama principle is that inhaling, holding, giving out in different proportions. But don't practice it unless you have a good guru, teacher, because that may create trouble. When pranekshine, when all the senses, it withdraws, this prana is withdrawn from the senses, nasikaya uchchasito, then you should throw out through your nostrils. And that will help you, dushtasya yuktam baham, as a chariot you are controlling, you should have to train your horses, no? Now what is going on? Untrained. Breathing, we have no control over the breathing. Therefore, condition of that person becomes baham mana akramatta. Then it becomes running every direction. By the pranayama process, you try to control that very powerful horses, which takes the chariot, the ball, to different direction. Control that by focusing into the mind and putting inside. So this is talking mostly about the pranayama. That students or spiritual aspirants who are expert or who are trying to assimilate the spiritual ideal, they will concentrate their all efforts and then prana, control the prana. And when you control prana, then controlling the prana, and then throw it out through the other. And that helps the mad horses going in their own direction, that controls their movement like a charioteer controls the horses in the chariot. And then with that mind, he will put it inside with unwavering thought. It should be unwavering. So here the translation in English: controlling the senses with an effort and regulating the activities in the body, one should breathe out to the nostrils when the vital activities become gentle. When the vital activities, irregular activities, that is the disturbed mind. As we know, when you become angry, how it becomes, your breathing becomes very unstable and irregular. When you are in a calm mood, it breathes differently. So what he's saying, that controlling the senses with an effort, senses means closing the eyes, controlling. That is easy. You can close your eyes. You can stop your sound outside, you can put a plug. That's easy. But the mind is very difficult to control. Therefore, controlling the senses with an effort and regulating the activities in the body. Activities in the body means not moving, not doing the asana, they have said. Controlling that takes. One should breathe out through the nostrils when the vital activities become gentle. Then your mind is cool, and then throughout the right nostril and become calm. Then the knowing one, without being the least distracted, should keep his hold on the mind as on the reins attached to the rested forces. That means observe where the mind now runs. Because you have stopped the sense organs to run with the sense objects, but your mind is still active. Now try to control the mind and observe what it does. Controlling the senses with an effort means refers to the practice of yama or moral virtues consisting of non-injury, non-stealing, continence, truthfulness, non-acceptance of gifts, etc. That we talk mostly. You all know. Yama, eightfold path. First should be self-control. And that is the five: non-injury, ahimsa, sattva, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. These are the five moral codes in the Ten Commandments. It falls within that. So that is self-control. And then the practice of these guards the aspirant from the influence of evil tendencies uh, acquired in the past. Now, regulating regulating the activities of the body. What does it mean? They refers to niyama. Niyama is what? Saucha, santosha, tapa, sadhaya, ishara pranidhana. Saucha, clean, keep the body clean. Santosha, keep the mind calm and not disturbing by the things which are not effective. So, regulating this refers to niyama practice to direct the tendencies of the activity of the mind towards worthy objects. This practice is more positive than negative. It consists of such observances as purity, contentment, austerity, scriptural study, devotion to God, etc. And breathe out means refers to the practice of pranayama or breath control as elaborated in the yogic scriptures. It does not consist it does not consist of merely breathing out, rechaka, but also of breathing in and holding the breath for some time, both inside and outside, kumbhaka. This should be attempted only after fair progress is made in the preliminaries of yama and niyama, and the fair control of the psycho-physical activities is already attained. Otherwise, it is dangerous. Moreover, it should be practiced only under the guidance of a competent guru. So everyone is saying the same thing. So what is that? You see, you do the pranayama, but this should be attempted after fair progress is made in the preliminaries of yama and niyama. Yama and niyama very important. Actually, most of the spiritual personalities teach us that you should be a person of morality, purity. You should be a loving, caring person. Your nature should be and they not to harm anyone, not to tell lie, not to steal, study good scriptures, focus your mind in keeping the good health, and then be celibate means control. Celibate, as I say always, celibate means two meanings are there. Celibate meaning only one. That means you control your energy. So that if you control, it gives an upward journey and it gives revelation and truth. If it goes downward, it gives the joy, but it is so fickle and it is destructive. So control that. It is controlling of that and then surrender to God. So these are all noble qualities. Unless one practices this, to jump into the breathing exercise and doing samadhi is all futile. So this verse is collecting us that take care of the moral virtues of life, ethical values of life, to be a good person, think pure thought, read beautiful inspirational books, do japa mantra, etc. Sadhaya means do. Sadhaya means read books as you are doing. This is sadhaya. So long we are thinking of this, yes, our mind is little lifted from the worldly thoughts. Is it not? At least this much. Not samadhi, nothing. But we are just in a little higher level. So do read every day inspirational books, sadhaya, and also do japa, the mantra your guru have given. Repeat that mantra. So these two will be sadhaya. So keep the mind like that. These are the preliminaries, background, foundation of the house. If the foundation is not there, people prepare superstructure. What will happen? It can collapse any moment. That's why spiritual life, in any other life, it is okay. Whether your character is good or bad, no one cares. You are a professor chemistry, you can teach chemistry very well. That's all. That's enough. What you do in your personal life, you are a rogue, you are a drunk person, you are an alcoholic, or you are whatever you are. No matter. That does not bother. But in spiritual life, unless your character, unless your purity of the heart is there, it ruins everything. It is whole. It is a showpiece. It does not stand and bring any good to anyone. So these are the very foundational things we should pay attention. So mainly, then controlling the senses. This ninth verse focuses on doing the pranayama. How to do it. So we'll read the other verse 9, 10. Next day we'll start 10. It is talking about Raja Yoga. Those who have read the Raja Yoga, it is almost saying this, that practice should be done every day. Yama Niyama Asana Pranayama. These are the Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Panamastu. So tomorrow who is there?
You are giving the gospel.
Oh, will be gospel. Then I will be there tomorrow also. Okay, thank you. So the question has come. Swami Vivekananda Complete Works, Volume 7, page 129. Swamiji mentions that Sri Ram was asked to make the mind and lips at one. How should we do that? Should we speak less? Yeah, that you have to find out. How not to mind and heart. What I think and what I say, that is called the honesty. We are describing about the honesty. Honesty means what I think, what I feel, and I say. It is called duplicacy when I think one way and express differently. Huh? You are not honest to yourself. So that is the how to be honest. First of all, I think Thakur will have said, pray, pray, pray. Oh Lord, make me simple. Make me, mind is always complex, no? And the people who are complex minded, they can gain in the world. They will be very sweet in your face and backstabbing. Because we say backstabbing. Tell some in the front, they'll be so sweet as if they're totally dissolving your heart, as it were. But they're thinking totally different. Mind and heart should be in one line. No, that is a practice, and we have to pray to God and also be aware. We can stop many things. We need not have to say everything to everyone. If I see something in here, I can easily say this is bad and can announce the whole world. But is it necessary? Is it doing any good to anyone? And if other person sees my fault, what will happen? Am I watchful on myself? So these are all different ways to understand that everyone has fault, everyone has a. But truthfulness, we can see that, but need not have to say everywhere unless you are called for. There is an example. What is truthfulness? You see that there is a one lady was running, and to escape someone probably, and they saw that road bifurcates this way and that way, and you were standing there, and you saw that lady went this way, and you see behind him another guy with some arrogant look running. Did you see some lady? Which direction? This direction, that direction? He went. Will you say, hey, yes, yeah, I'm truthful? Okay, she went in this way. Or you will say, no, this way. It's not truth, but you saving someone's life. So these are all different contextual. But the main thing is that is it helpful? Is it beneficial for someone? What I'm saying is good, but is it beneficial? Is it necessary? If I don't say anything is wrong, you can keep your mouth shut. Unless you're forced to say, you will have to say the truth. But how you will tell the truth, our scripture has suggested. That Sattam Bruyat, Priyam Bruyat, Ma Bruyat, Sattam Apriyam. You can tell the truth, and can not hide, but Priyam Bruyat, say in such a way, sweet, in a sweet manner, and don't say anything in a very rough and rude manner. So these are the practices. It is a self-control type of thing. So it is to be practiced. And we are all struggling to reach that goal. Not you, it is all problem of all of us. Thank you, Jai Ma. Bas. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Now, okay, we'll close it. So I'd request you all